Good morning! Actually, it may not be morning for you. Hi everyone, it's Maddie from Let's Eat Plants, and today we're doing another What I Eat in a Day Whole Food Plant-Based Edition. So it seems like you guys really liked the What I Eat in a Day last week, so that's what we are doing again today. And I've already done my workout this morning. I just did a quick little 20-minute session, and then I made my hot water with lemon and my smoothie. Actually, let me just show you guys instead of telling you. So on the days that I don't do celery juice, I like to start with the hot water and lemon. Now, I've recently heard that this may not actually be as much of a miracle as everybody thinks it is, but I still like to do it. I think it's a really good way to start the day, and I also just really like the way it tastes. And then I'm also making another smoothie today. Unfortunately, I am out of frozen cauliflower, so we're just going to use blueberries, frozen banana, spinach, and of course a little protein powder. Now I am using a blend of the vanilla Vega as well as a plain pea protein that I get at my local bulk store. This smoothie would be fine and delicious without the protein powder, or you could also add something like beans in there. But if you did want to just do fruits and veggies, that is fine too. And now on to the rest of today's breakfast. So I've just been soaking some buckwheat overnight, and that's what I'm going to have today instead of oatmeal. Now I have made a video about this before. I will link it in the top corner if you guys are interested. And essentially you just take buckwheat, soak it overnight, and then it's ready to eat. It's kind of like overnight oats, but I just find that the buckwheat gives a little bit better texture because it stays more firm than overnight oats. So I really like it when I'm craving something different from my regular morning oats. And today I'm just gonna be having it cold with some milkademia. Now I haven't really been drinking a lot of milk alternatives because usually they have added sugar or added oil, but this one does not have any added sugar. So actually in terms of the calories, fat, and sugar content, it's not that bad. It's probably one of the better ones. So you could also use a homemade oat milk or a homemade almond milk or something like that if you wanted to, but I'm being lazy today and I'm gonna use the milkademia. Also, we have it, so I might as well use it. So I'm just gonna pour this over my buckwheat and then add some fruit, and that's breakfast. So probably a bit too much milk here. You really only need enough milk to cover the buckwheat. But anyway, I'm going to enjoy my breakfast now, and I'll see you guys at lunch. So it's not lunchtime yet, but I just wanted to talk a little bit about lunch before I make lunch in about a couple hours probably. But I have been soaking some mung beans overnight. Oh my gosh. Oh. And these are not like the regular mung beans, they're the split mung beans. So the regular mung beans are what you make into sprouts, which I actually happened to have some of those on hand as well. I just sprouted these like a couple of days ago. I started them and they're ready to eat now. I'm very excited about my sprouts. And so the other mung beans are just like the split yellow mung beans. And these yellow mung beans are what I believe Just Egg uses in their product. So once I found that out, I have been very, very curious to kind of replicate it as closely as I can. A, because Just Egg is really expensive, and B, it's really hard to get in Canada. It was here for like a while, but then it disappeared. But I have seen a lot of people like replicating that recipe by using these split mung beans. So I did try it once before and it was not that successful. It did not stay in like a crepe or omelet type shape. So today I'm gonna try a different recipe from Minimalist Baker, and I feel her recipes are usually pretty good. Hopefully it will turn out well enough to be edible. That's the most important thing. And that's what we're gonna have for lunch in a little bit, but I just wanted to show you guys that. So I've just been soaking those overnight, as well as the buckwheat I soaked overnight, and then these cute little mung bean sprouts that are from the regular green mung beans. Like I said, I started these a couple days ago, and then once they get little tails like this, that's when they're ready to eat. so tasty. There was something else I wanted to talk about. Oh yes, okay, so weight loss. How is it going for you guys? I have been on my diet for about 10 days now, a week and a half. And I was originally weighing myself like every day, but it was kind of making me go crazy because when you eat really healthy every single day and you're working out and you don't see the scale move, it's like really, really frustrating and really disheartening. So I stopped weighing myself every single day and I'm just weighing myself every few days. And I have noticed a bit of a weight loss, but I think more important is that I'm just getting, like I said, back into healthy eating, back into exercising. So I'm just kind of letting my body adjust right now. And I think that is something important to mention. If you're just starting out a whole food plant-based diet, don't worry so much about counting calories or calorie restriction or any of that at the beginning. I think the most important thing is to really focus on eating the best foods first. Eating as whole food plant-based as possible, eliminating as much sugar as possible, eliminating oil if possible, and all of those things are kind of what I focus on at the beginning, and I just eat until I'm full. As long as I'm eating healthy foods, then it's fine. So sleep is very important, getting enough water is very important, and also eating the right foods at the beginning are very, very important. So that's really what I'm trying to focus on right now. Getting water in has been a struggle for me. At the first few days, I was like, yes, I'm drinking like 3 liters a day. And then the last few days, I've kind of slacked off with my water and been drinking a lot more coffee. So I need to get back to it with my water. And other than that, how is it going for you guys? I'm very interested to hear your progress, any struggles that you guys are having. Let's talk about it in the comments down below. I'd love to hear how it's going for everyone. And so now I'm gonna get a little bit of work done and then I will see you back here for lunch. Okay, it is lunchtime now. I was absolutely freezing, so I had to put on my cozy sweatshirt, but I am very excited to make these mung bean omelets. I really hope they turn out well. I don't really have a lot of veggies to put inside right now. My fridge is pretty empty, but I do have some spinach, tomato, artichoke hearts, and onion, so hopefully that should be enough, and hopefully these turn out well. Let's see how this goes. Okay, these omelets actually turned out really well. I do think a couple more tweaks could be made, like maybe a little bit more rice flour, but I will post the original recipe from Minimalist Baker in the description box if you guys want to check that out. And also I did modify it a little bit. I didn't use like the coconut milk that she calls for. But anyway, I will post the recipe and my modifications, and I'll just be playing around with this a little bit more and trying to perfect it a little bit. But it is really good already. I think once I have a lot more veggies to stuff inside, then it's gonna be really, really good. And so now I'm just going to soak some noodles for dinner, and then I will prepare all the veggies and everything else later. So I'll see you guys for dinner.
So these are just some plain rice noodles, and I'm not really sure why we're supposed to soak them before cooking them, but that's just how I was taught to do it. And for dinner, I'm gonna be making a Thai-inspired red curry soup, and just starting with some onion, shallot, and garlic. And this is the red curry paste I'm using. It's basically just chilies, garlic, lemongrass, shallot, galangal, kaffir lime, and some spices. And I was at the very end of this curry paste, so that's why it's like tiny little pieces coming in. I need to get more. But we're also adding in some soy sauce for a little bit of extra flavor. And then now I'm just chopping up the veggies. The only ones I had were potato, sweet potato, and bell pepper. So that's what I am using in this soup. And then I did have some frozen kaffir lime leaves to add, as well as a stalk of lemongrass to give it a little bit more flavor. And then of course, instead of broth, I am using my Better Than Bouillon broth paste. And also some bamboo shoots, because I found those in the cupboard and thought, why not put those in as well? And these are the soaked rice noodles. They cook very, very quickly. And then for Q's soup, I just used a regular wheat noodle, which you can see here. And then some beautiful garnishes. I'm using Thai basil, mint, and some mung bean sprouts. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's whole food plant-based what I eat in a day. If you did, don't forget to give me a like down below. And with that, let's eat plants, and I will see you guys next time.